what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Understanding the Reason. My name is Jerome Majed. I'm your host. Man, I'm so excited that you guys are here. Thank you so much for supporting what we do. Also, before we even get started, please stay until the end of the video, because at the end of the video, we want to just take time to recognize people who support us either by purchasing one of our shirts or purchasing our book. This is my book, Understanding the Reason God Made Man, What Made Him Do It. You know, and I tell everybody this, man, because it's true. It took me 18 years to research and put all this together. And it was a Bible study that turned into a book. So that's what we're doing now. We're just sharing with you guys out of the book. And if you don't mind, get your copy so you can follow along with us, okay? Let's jump right in there. So we're going to start right where we left off, right? The last time that we were together, we were talking about the conversation, we started talking about the conversation that God had with Job, and how, to me personally, how that conversation proves the existence of God. And the reason why I say that is because from what we've been learning about where our water supply came from, when the war in heaven, or the battle in heaven, was won by Michael and his forces, the scriptures tell us that they were body slammed to the earth. Jesus Christ said, I beheld Satan fall to the earth like lightning. And we know that when lightning strikes something, it causes damage. So just me thinking about this thing, man, when they struck the earth at lightning speed, the scriptures indicate that it went from being a barren globe, just like Mars, to being inundated with miles and miles and miles of water. And so we're talking about, like, where did this water come from? Because we've had so many different things. There's so many different things out there in the scientific world that say something contrary to that. I'll just leave it. We talked about that in the last video, so go check it out. So I want to know if it's true, guy. Okay, I want to know if it's true. I don't care about religion or none of that stuff. I just want to know, why did God put me here? What is the purpose for this life? It's got to be more to it than just the stuff that we do every day, right? There's got to be a reason that God, who is a spirit, to put all this material stuff together that's only temporary. And I keep saying that over and over again because I just want to know, right? So the conversation with Job kind of brought some things out to me that made me go, wow, you know what? That's proof. That's evidence. And here's what we're talking about. So if you go to the book of Job, chapter 38, and you look at verse 16, God asked Job a very, very critical question. And what he said was so powerful, it really blew my mind. He asked him, he said, have you explored the springs of the sea, or have you walked in the recesses of the deep? What God is telling Job is that there are deep recesses carved into the earth, and it's buried under like miles of water. So that sort of supports to me in my thinking the fact that these angels were flung to the earth in some type of material, some type of tangible form, right? Because when they struck the earth at lightning speed, it cracked the water table and the earth flooded. And then God took that damage and created a bubble, our atmosphere. I'm sitting by a window, as you guys can see. Our atmosphere, and created this bubble that the earth is enclosed in. And the reason that he did that was so that our water supply wouldn't escape based on our proximity to the sun, or freeze based on our proximity to space. So how do we know? Well, where did these recesses come from? Where did these recesses come from? They had to come from some type of catastrophic event. So somebody said to me one time, they said, well, man, how you know it wasn't like an earthquake or something like that caused the waters to, come on the earth. Well, that's possible, right? But here's the thing. The earth was without form and void. There was nothing here. So that tells me how? Right? How is it possible for, even if it was an earthquake, how is it possible if the earthquake happened? Usually earthquakes happen on, let's say, for example, an earthquake happened in California. Well, I'm on the other side of, I'm on the East Coast. That happens on the West Coast. Unless it was a earthquake of the whole earth. No, I think I don't think so. I sincerely believe that what the scriptures are saying happened. These angels were flung to the earth. They struck the earth in some type of tangible form. And as a result of that, the earth flooded. And then God created this bubble around the earth to encapsulate our water supply. Okay. So that right there, when I read that concerning that conversation between God and Job, that right there sealed the deal for me. That was proof for me, right? And I say that in the other video. But so we understand that. We understand that, right? Now, one of the most impactful takeaways from Job's encounter with the Creator is that it happened at a time in history when the information recorded could not be scientifically investigated or verified. That's what makes me know that it's true, right? Because guess what we did? Millennia later, we came and we verified that there are, in fact, research recesses in the deep. That's a scientific fact. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit more about these angels, though, because, and I'm just going to read this for you guys. So this takes me back to my original question, especially now that it has been confirmed these mountain ranges, ravines, and recesses exist. What caused the topographic landforms and features discovered by scientists? Again, I return to what Jesus said. I beheld Satan fall to the earth like lightning. That's recorded in Luke chapter 10, verse 18. Okay, so if you want to take your notes and get that on paper so you can go back and kind of review it for yourself, okay? So listen, this statement makes me wonder, could these enemies be the cause of these recesses, right? And these scars, I call them scars, earth scars, right? Going back to what we're saying. So, could the plunge of God's enemies generate the immense energy required to damage the earth's crust on a scale of this magnitude? Because it had to happen all over the globe, right? Because the whole earth flooded, right? This wasn't just some regional thing that happened. We talking about the whole entire earth was submerged in water, okay? So, and I call that, that's the flood before Noah's flood, okay? So could this have been the force, the thing that forced this water, which was stored deep within the earth, to produce a global flood? I sincerely believe this was possible considering the eyewitness testimony of Christ himself, as well as the force with which God's enemies struck the planet at 93,000 miles per minute. So they had to have a tangible form. And we're going to pick that up right on our next video. Man, I tell you, I am so excited that you guys are here. I am. I'm excited. Thank you so much for your comments. Keep them coming. I love your comments. I love your comments. I get that. That really blesses me. You know, to know that we're actually making a difference and we're bringing something to light that maybe you haven't thought about before. So that really it really does something for me. Please like, share, and subscribe, and make sure you pick up your book, Understanding the Reason God Made Man, What Made Him Do It. The link is in the description, and also get yourself a shirt. Please send me a selfie when you do, send me a selfie right there on Facebook Messenger. I'm over there, and I'll make sure to shout you out at the end of our videos. So we'll talk to you on the next video. We'll see you guys here. Let's get it. Let's talk about this thing. Let's communicate together. Share this with somebody, please, and let's get it done. All right. God bless y'all, man. Peace.